starting today off with some movement. Starting today off outside. Actually, I started today doing work. I woke up around 5:15, something like that. And the first thing I did was change my clothes. That's always something that helps me as soon as I wake up. Having my alarm away from my bed and not using my phone like an old-fashioned alarm clock. I did that and got some work done for a social media virtual assistant client because I needed content for him today, to post for him today. So I woke up, did some of that work, and now we're outside getting a little bit of movement in before we start the busy day.
I really want my vlogs, all of these little videos going out, to be valuable in a way. So today's topic, I'll sit down and talk to y'all later. I really want to explain to y'all how to have, in my experience and what I do, to have a successful morning, which would lead to a successful day, which leads to successful weeks, blah, 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 carrying on, obviously. And so what I found for me that helps me to have a successful morning, I've laid out a whole list of things that help me to wake up early, to get my work done early, to move my body, or, things like that. And so if it helps me, if it helps me to have a successful morning, to have a productive morning, and to have a productive day, then I would imagine it would help somebody out there to do the same. So later in today's video, I'm going to sit down and discuss that with y'all. Okay, in the meantime, I'm going to go get a Monster. And I'm kind of upset because I only thought I was going to do one house today, but I have two. And so I have already eaten all of my food for today. So it's okay. It's no big deal. So I'm going to get a Monster. So hopefully I can wake up a little bit so we can go to the second house and finish that. Okay.
Focused and driven by purpose. Sacrifice long nights, all fucking worth it. I've been here for years, I'm not fucking nervous. It's not the first time I saw blood hit the surface. Stop, take a deep breath. This is the first step. I can feel my heart beat. I can feel it build inside me. Tear this motherfucker open. Tear this motherfucker open. I can set myself free. I have never been so ready. Tear this motherfucker open. Tear this motherfucker open. Tear this motherfucker open. Tear this motherfucker open. Focused and driven by passion. Battles are won by clear fucking action. It's not my first time. I knew this would happen. The close of the day, I'll be covered in ashes. Practice makes perfect. This will all be worth it. Stop, take a deep breath. This is the first step. I can feel my heart beat. I can feel it build inside me. Tear this motherfucker open. Tear this motherfucker open. I can set myself free. I have never been
Hi friends, today we're in the kitchen. I didn't finish. I'm still working on getting all of my meals prepped for the rest of the week. So I just finished cooking chicken. I'm cooking rice now, and then I take a lot of sneaky snacks to work. So I have my pistachios, and then I have some rice cakes, and what else do I have? My protein drinks, a few other, I think that's it actually. So I have everything laid out very organizedly, very well organized. So all I have to do is reach in the fridge, boom, put them in my lunchbox, and then go. So today, I actually, in the middle of doing that, you might hear my dog play with her little bottle toy thing, so we can get through it together. The reason why I wanted to make this, not like so much the reason why I wanted to make this vlog, but I wanted, like I said in the last clip, I want to give y'all the behind the scenes, like I told you, accountability and creativity again for me. However, I want y'all to leave with some valuable information, you know, things that work well for me, that have helped me feel and be successful in different areas of my life. So one thing that I really wanted to talk about, I wrote notes down, I have my iPad down here, is how to have a successful morning. You know, I've heard so many people say, I'm not a morning person. I can't do things in the morning because I'm not a morning person. I'm not a morning person. Like, dude, I totally get it, because as soon as that alarm goes off, it is very hard. It is very hard to get yourself out of bed, to literally convince yourself that what your dreams are and what you are trying to make of your life and your disciplines is in that moment more important than sleeping in. I don't want to say like resting, but sometimes that's true. You know, I'm always here for, you know, self-love and resting if and when you need that rest. You don't, you know, I'll be the one to say you don't need a rest day, or you don't need to rest if you have been sitting on your ass all day long and you've watched Netflix. Like, you don't need rest that next day. I'll put a caveat to that. You don't have a chronic illness. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have an illness there. This is just like everyday life. You're watching Netflix. You're eating not good food for your body that doesn't fuel you efficiently, and you're sitting on your ass doing nothing towards your goals, whatever, and you're like, man, self-love, self-care, I need a rest day. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a big difference. In saying that, dude, I'm not a big morning person. My husband is, Jesus help him, he is a morning person, and he will try to have full-blown like conversations with me when I'm up or we're still in bed or whatever, and I'm just like, he says that I look like and sound like the office man, not the office manager, but like the lady who says you forgot to file your paperwork in Monsters Inc. He always says that, and says that I look like her first thing in the morning, but it's just not my shit. So in saying that, it makes waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning very, very hard. So like I was saying earlier, in that moment, I have to convince myself that what I told myself I was going to do the night before is so much more important than sleeping in, you know, and not even sleeping in, but continuously, you know, sleeping until I really have to go to work, or giving myself only 30 minutes to get ready to go to work, or whatever the case may be. Like, you have to convince yourself and remind yourself that your goals and your dreams are a lot more important. Because a lot of people are saying that they're not morning people, I decided to write down a pretty lengthy list on how to have a successful morning. Now, you might resonate with this. This may not, you know, be your shit. You may not, whatever. But a lot of successful people have very, very similar morning routines. And so in saying that, I thought it might help you if you were wanting to you know, get further in life. I don't want to say like further, no, maybe it is further in life, whatever. And you're tired of sleeping in, you want to really, really hone in on your goals and your dreams, whatever that vision is and or was for your life, and you kind of slacked off a little bit, and you really want to start again, health and fitness journey, if you want to lose weight, whatever the case may be. This will help you in really launching and starting your goals and really starting to get your shit done when the sun rises and in the morning time, right? So how to have a successful morning. This number one, I don't even know how many there are. Number one on this is get your stuff ready the night before. And that's literally what I'm doing right now. I always prep my meals Sunday evening. I have everything, like I said earlier, I have everything lined out. And even my pistachios, I put them in a little Tupperware, not Tupperware, but like a plastic container. And I have everything laid out in the fridge. I get my lunchbox, put it in there. I don't have to make anything in the morning. And I always lay my clothes out for the well, this is a funny kind of awareness story. So last week I had a lot of work to do for clients, and I also had a lot of editing to do for myself. So usually right after work I go to the gym, because when I get home mode, I'm home mode. So if I'm already out, I just, you know, get stuff done. So I took my clothes with me. I had been taking my clothes with me. So last week I did not take my gym clothes with me in my bag. So right after work I would come home. But, you know, my mindset is I'm going to edit videos, I'm going to edit things for clients, and I'm going to, you know, do that. And that's what I did. So it wasn't, you know, I wasn't being lazy, or it wasn't, you know, I just had downtime, whatever. But I also didn't go to the gym because a few of those days I didn't go to the gym because I wasn't prepared, because I didn't say, okay, we're going to edit after we move our body, because there was just so much to do. So this week I was reflecting on last week, and I was like, okay, we're not going to do that again. We're going to have to fit it in some way. So this week I have to take my work clothes, obviously setting out my work clothes and putting in my backpack my workout clothes. And so, and the biggest thing that helps me so much, and it takes a lot of the decision making out of the morning as well, because you're literally like, you have your morning clothes, your morning food, your day food rather, whatever. And I always take my portable charger, my headphones, and a separate wallet, because I just put my personal things in another separate wallet, whatever. But that's all out. So all I have to do is bloop, 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 put it in my backpack, and then refill my water, and then leave. So it's not a lot of, oh my God, what am I going to eat? Oh my God, I'm so hungry. Oh my God. And I always have my coffee already in my container that I make coffee out of. So I'm telling you, everything is already done. All I need to do is wake up, go move my body outside, because my workout clothes for the morning, my walking clothes, because I end up sweating a lot because, again, promising myself to run, and I usually take that time to run, and I sweat a lot. So I have those clothes as well. That's all laid out. And so, whatever. Long story short, it's kind of long anyway, to set out your clothes, get everything prepared for that very next day. That'll take a lot of decision out of the morning. So if you wanted to, depending on what goal you're really trying to accomplish, or if you're just simply wanting more time just to sit and be alone, you don't have to spend a lot of time trying to figure out what you're going to wear for the next day. Starting up. So number 2, have food okay, it was literally a part of number 1. So the 2 is have food prepped and clothes laid out. Just went through that. 3, put your alarm away. This helps me a lot. Okay, so put your alarm away from you, so you have to move your body to shut the alarm off. This helps me so incredibly much. I have to have one of those old-fashioned alarms where there's only one sound, and it's the annoying buzzing alarm sound, but I have to put it away from my bed. So I have to get up and walk to that alarm. And in the midst of doing that and setting it out, I have to convince myself in that many moments, like we were saying at the very beginning, that my dreams and my goals and the discipline I have is so much more important than me cozying up and going back to bed, which can be very, very difficult. I have given myself usually like Wednesday and Friday mornings where I will sleep in a little longer, because by that time it's one of those like, how am I still moving my body type situations. Usually I'm going to really try to make it very, very consistent on getting up. I mean, the rest of the days, I don't want to say, oh yeah, it's totally easy. I mean, it's really not. Like, changing your life for the better is not easy. And that's why so many people don't do it. I mean, it's exactly it. Just like living a healthier lifestyle and people who are severely overweight. It's hard work, dude. Like, it's very, very hard. And that's the difference between two very successful people and people who are not successful. It is hard work. And so me telling that to myself, I'm like, I am different. I am successful. I am going to be successful. And setting this alarm off right now, that is not success to me in that moment. So again, I have to convince myself in a very, very short amount of time that cozying back up is not as important as getting up and getting my shit started. Number 4, try to go to bed at least 8 to 9 hours before you have to get up. This is one that I'm still trying to work on because I have been waking up pretty early. So I would need to go to bed around 9:30 or 10 o'clock so I can get that really full good night's sleep. But we've been very, very busy, and life is happening. So it's difficult sometimes to go to bed at that time frame, which makes for a harder morning to get up. But if we are going to bed at 9:30, really going to sleep by at least 10 and waking up 5:30, I mean, it's hard regardless, but it's less hard than going to bed at freaking midnight and waking up at 5. Number 5, don't sleep with your TV on, because the light of the TV actually can jack with your circadian rhythm. And you can look it up yourself if you want to, but it is very much the truth. And even your phone. Looking at your phone, scrolling on your phone right before you go to bed is, I don't want to say detrimental, but it definitely has an effect on your sleep, and it has an effect on your circadian rhythm. So I would advise not to do that. And this next one, number 7, whatever, goes hand in hand. Don't sit and watch TV and or mindlessly scroll. This will push back the important things you have to do during the day and cause you to sleep later and later. And what I mean by that is, if you are sitting there in the morning, at night, getting ready to go to sleep, and you are mindlessly scrolling, like, I don't care if you're saying it is for self-care, I just want mindless thing. Like, there is no, in my mind, and I believe this, there's no benefit to mindlessly scrolling on any social media. If you are doing work on social media, that is one thing, but you are there for a reason and you're not mindlessly scrolling. There is no benefit to mindlessly scrolling. I don't care what you're saying it is, self-care, self-love, self-whatever. I don't truly think that there is any benefit in doing that, so it's not going to benefit you if you're wanting to wake up early in the morning. Now, preaching to the choir, I definitely do this on occasion, but I become aware of it. I'm like, okay, I'm wasting time. And as soon as I have that awareness of what I am doing and how that is not pushing me more to my goal, I shut it off and actually go to do the thing that I need to be doing in that moment. And 2, if you're mindlessly scrolling and you see a bad or mean comment, or you see somebody, your ex's brother's girlfriend said something weird on Facebook, that could most definitely affect
your nighttime, your sleeping time, you know, even waking up and you're like, why do I feel super weird? It's probably because you saw the post that that person made and it bothered you. So even protecting yourself, protecting your energy before you go to bed, I think is very, very important. And I had on here, this will push back the important things you have to do during the day and cause you to go to sleep later and later. So if you are on your phone mindlessly scrolling, you could, in that moment, because you're not doing anything, that could be a good time for you to get some, you know, work done if you have that downtime. And again, I don't like the excuse of, oh, well, mindlessly scrolling is self-care. I want to do it for my mental health. I don't believe that at all. So maybe if you really want to, if you want to use that reason, go read a book, go journal before bed, or you could just be filling that with whatever's going to push you closer to your goals in that time, because that next day you're going to be pushing off those important things you could have been doing, but instead of that you were just scrolling. So it's still the procrastination, still, you know, pushing that the things that you're supposed to be doing, just putting it in the back end. And this one, turn your lights on as soon as you get up. I know in some cases it could be a little tricky. In my case, it's a little tricky because we live in such a small home, and I don't want to wake up my dog because she's freaking nuts. But you know, we work with it and we figure it out. But the best thing to do as soon as you wake up is starting to turn your lights on, because this does help you wake up on a surface level, because you're like, oh my God, the lights on my eyes, you know, it's time to wake up. Even in a biological level, it allows your body to understand, okay, well, it's wake up time. And the best light to actually have, you can research this yourself. I mean, this is science, it's biological. The best light for you to have when you wake up is sunlight. So if you would like to, it would be great for you to walk outside, and I'm not saying like stare at the sun, but be in the rays of the sun, and that will definitely help your body to wake up easier, and not just easier, but with more ease. Because the first thing that, you know, that we want to do nowadays is turn over and grab your phone and just kind of scroll or look at an email or whatever. Like, the best light for you to have first thing in the morning is going to be sunlight. If you can't get that first thing in the morning, just turn those lights on. And this one kind of goes hand in hand, is going outside as soon as you wake up, whether that's on a walk like we have talked about before, whether that is on a walk, or if you're just working out, or you're basking in the sun just for a little bit, waking everything up in your system. And if you are not familiar with moving your body in the morning, it helps you tremendously. And there used to be, when I was bodybuilding, there was this talk of, you're going to lose more fat, you're going to burn more fat if you do your workout early in the morning before you do. No, that's not it. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not talking about weight loss. I'm not talking about anything aesthetic. I am talking about your feeling, your overall, I feel so good. Now, if you do want to do your training, your actual workout early in the morning, that's totally up to you. Go for it. But just moving your body, even if it is going into your living room and doing a nice stretch, really focusing on your body first thing in the morning really, really allows, in my experience, more peace and more ease throughout the day. This last one is kind of what I was talking to you about when I said I tried to convince myself that my goals and dreams are more important than going back to sleep. This one says, remembering that the benefits of waking up early and getting my work done, or not done, but started, far outweigh the feelings of being tired for the time being. Meaning, well, literally what I said earlier, me getting my shit started early in the morning and really getting my editing finished in the morning, getting my clients' post finished in the morning and scheduled so I don't have to do it during the day, it far outweighs the feelings of success,
accomplishment, happiness, peace, it far outweighs the feelings of, I'm tired, I want to go back to bed, this is hard, I just want to be lazy. Those feelings far outweigh the feeling of being tired and wanting to crawl back into bed. Though those feelings feel very, very great, and when that happens, I'm going to try, like I was saying before, I'm going to try to really limit that from happening. But when those times would happen, I would wake up not having that much time to get ready for work, but I'd wake up and be like, oh, damn it, I really wanted to get that done. And that means that's more work that I have to do after I get done with a full day of working for somebody else. So I have to come back home and, you know, like we were saying, go do my workout, come back home and do my work, which means I'm going to be staying up later, which means it's going to get harder for me to wake up. You know what I'm like? It's just a snowball effect. That's exactly what it is. So I'll actually put all of these in the description box below so you can reference back to them if that is something that you would like to do. I'm going to finish making all of our food. My rice is still in the Instapot. Hopefully it's like not burnt or anything. And thank you for being patient with me and listening to this one just rustle in the background. I know it drives me nuts, so hopefully this mic is helping. Any hoodles, if you have any questions at all, this is going to be the last video to this vlog. So if you have any questions at all, you put them down in the comment section and I will make a video over those questions. I would love to do that. I do have more content, more valuable content that I do want to just give to y'all. So if you have any questions regarding that, or you have something like, hey, how do I start in the gym as a beginner? What are good stretches for my, whatever the case may be, put it in the comments below. Just don't be upset if I don't answer them, because I'll probably answer them in a video. But anywho, I need to figure out a sign-off thing for these types of videos. But always remember that you're a fierce and powerful motherfucking woman, and I do appreciate you so very much. Let me know in the comments how you are liking these. Wait, this is like the first actual video. So let me know how you liked the vlog of valuable information and just whatever in my life. Okay, have a wonderful day. I'll see you next time. Bye.